2024 is here. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the New Year's. But, we had kind of a rocky start. Over in Japan, there's been earthquakes, fires, very devastating. Over in North America, in my neck of the woods, there's a big snowstorm that recently hit. And hey, looking into the future of our world altogether, today, everyone, we're going to be talking about how we might be turning into a Terminator Matrix death trap. Hey, we're here to help you improve your English listening by hanging out with us. And hey, we even have a website where you can check out the different services that we have. Hey, even chat with me, because hey, that might be a resolution that you have for New Year's, making opportunities for you to speak English. So check out the website and you can chat with me and I can help you improve your English. Yeah. Today, everyone, we're going to be talking about the demise, the possible death of the human race. Now, it does sound scary because this is something we've been reading in science fiction books and seeing in science fiction movies like The Terminator or The Matrix, saying that we're living in a simulation or in some way in the future, robots can take over. Adam, has this been a thing in your mind as growing up? Like, is this going to be true? Is this just a story?
Little by little stories about things in general, they always kind of creep their way into real life where you're watching them, like Terminator, for example. You're watching Arnie on TV, on the movie. Big
Loud.
Oh, I'll do that, come on. And then years down the road, they make something.
Yeah.
And you're thinking like, wait a minute, wasn't this in Terminator? Or wasn't this in The Matrix?
Totally. And I think that's why there's a lot of people, when we see information on the news about AI, or we actually see those physical robots to look like people, that are, having an AI in the computer, in their brain or in the system so that they can actually talk to people.
Yeah.
There's a sense of like, oh, cool. But also there's a fraction of, maybe we should be careful with this kind of stuff. And I don't know if everyone listening knows or has tried ChatGPT. This is it's like Google, it's like Yahoo search, but it is something that you can have a conversation with. It is almost like a tutor because you can ask it how to do something like, I don't know, like how do I make the best margarita pizza, right? And this is something of course, you can just search on Google and say, how do I make a margarita pizza? And it shows you listings of different recipes. But then it's up to you. You have to do the work to click.
Exactly.
Click the top one. Do I move down a bit? But
look at the pictures. This isn't the one.
Right. ChatGPT tells you exactly, okay, here's what you need. Here's the steps to do it. Okay. And if you have any questions, you ask it and it will give you the answer. So I feel like it's a lot easier to put your effort and energy into actually doing it because it's like, here's the steps. I'm holding your hand.
Exactly. And then another thing about that is like, it's personalized, so you can be as specific as you want it to be, and the more specific, the better your results are going to be. Like, I'm hosting a party for 12 people. I need to make a gluten-free margarita. Without cheese. What's my options? ChatGPT. And it'll be like, oh, okay. Well, since you're having like a 24-person party, you should use this amount of ingredients. And since you don't want cheese, how about this kind of thing? And
so it goes so much further than just a Google search or a search that you do on your own. Then you have to figure out these problems on your own. So at that time, we're thinking that, oh, it's helping us so much. But you know what? With every gain, there is some subtraction that happens.
Right. Yeah.
Right. One step forward, two steps back kind of idea. Because here we are asking for information and we're getting it really quickly. So we're like, sweet, that's great. But then at the same time, we're losing our brain capacity, our mental strength of problem solving. We don't have to solve the problem anymore. We just ask the computer to do it and it does it quicker than we could. Probably better than we could. So they're like, why do I need you?
De-evolution, your body is just going to be like, well, you only use 3% of your brain, so in the next version of humans, I'm only gonna make the brain like this big because you don't need it.
You don't need it. That's a dangerous thing, because in Japan they say, 小さい顔が欲しいからね. If that gets smaller.
It's smaller and smaller.
That's not good though, everyone.
Yeah.
So this is one way that we can look at the evolution of AI and this technology getting better. And it's like, cool, but at the same time, a little scary.
Yeah.
Everyone, right before our recording, me and Adam were talking about, or Adam was mentioning a dog that was kind of a little bit scary in this situation, a scenario that he saw on a interesting program.
Right. This program is a Netflix show. And if you know me, you know I like Netflix. Not sponsored by Netflix. And in this show, it's all about, social media and technology, how it's changing the world, how it'll extremely affect human life. So one of the shows, it was like a horror movie, like an Alfred Hitchcock type, like, I don't think there was sound. It was just like scary music. Like the theme was people running and screaming. It was in black and white.
Oh no.
And they're running from these robot dogs who are chasing all of these people through the forest, looking for them in houses and stuff. And they're killing them. The robots are killing the people.
Now, are these robot dogs looking like dogs?
No. Okay. So these robot dogs are basically robots. They have 4 legs, right?
They walk on all 4s. Yep.
Maybe a couple months down the line later, this company called Boston Dynamics comes out with these robot dogs that walk. And their intention is to have these dogs be able to go in narrow spaces and help, rescue teams bring in equipment in places where they can't do it, or even like help rescue people. So, I think that's how AI starts with in any situation. Is like, how can we make this simple task easier for people to do in less time and like make it more fun? And then eventually someone's like, okay, now we have it making it more fun. How can we make it smarter? How can we make it do things by itself? How can we attach it to something else so that thing can do it by itself? How can we make it stronger, faster, quicker, do it more by itself? And then eventually we have something that's fully automatic, like a Tesla car, able to drive down the street, recognizing, objects and avoiding traffic and avoiding accidents and things like that.
Yep.
And we're not even in the pilot seat anymore. We're just passengers.
Right. Who's in control?
Our own life. Who's in control?
Not us.
The puppet master was like, hey, I don't want to hold my hands up here anymore. I'm just going to let this puppet do its own dancing and cut the strings, and I'll sit down and watch do the dance.
There's so many different routes that this can be taken to. Something that is really scary for our future, and something that could possibly be helpful if there's plenty of guidelines and rules set for this technology not to pass a certain point where we cannot go back. Right?
Yeah.
Another thing that this is touching upon is kind of what everyone is here doing right now, watching our channel, trying to improve their English, communicating in a new language. And AI is definitely going in and making its footprints. So I've seen plenty of advertisements for like, hey, I can do a chat with this AI and it's like super realistic. So I don't have to go to like English language school. I don't have to like hire a tutor or anything. Okay, cool. But when you go out into the world, right now, the rest of the world is still human, right? So is this a precursor? Is this getting people ready to just talk to computers all the time? Another question people will have is, do I need to spend the time studying this language that, hey, maybe in a few years, I'll have a better dictionary or a better translation device.
Right.
To be able to do that. Now, right now, there's a few of those iTalki kind of translators. Has anyone tried those? Let us know in the comment if you've tried those. I personally have not tried them. I've seen plenty of videos, and of course, the advertisements look good, but I'm pretty sure that the time lag to go back and forth, if you were to study a little bit and have a conversation saying like, oh, where's the bathroom? Or how do I get to this place? Is going to be shorter than using this pocket translator to go back and forth. And that's another side of the de-evolution
Yeah,
of humans.
eventually, it's just going to be earpieces. We'll all have earpieces like James Bond. The person's talking and it's like a movie with dub-overs because there's someone translating right away in your ear. That's where it's headed. Yeah.
But if we look at all these other things where we're talking about, you're getting in your car, you're looking you're searching up this recipe or something. Is it convenient? Is it make life easier for you? Yes.
Right. Yes.
But then what are you doing with that extra time that you have in your life? Are you being proactive and learning something new, or are you spending more time to just sit down and watch more Netflix?
Wally!
If you didn't know, we've reached our 10-year anniversary here of me and Adam just hanging out, talking with everyone here, improving your English learning, listening. So check out our website. We have some new merch, and there's also a few new items that we have that you can subscribe to if you want a new, fresh podcast that me and Adam do. More of us talking in depth, more of a challenge. Check that out, Next Step Podcast. Or you can watch all of our old Speak Up Radio gem episodes. 7 seasons, everyone. So everyone, that's all the time we have for this conversation about our future and the technologies of AI and robots. Let us know in the comments what you think about this conversation, and where do you think it will help our English language or learning any kind of language. Is it good, bad? Let us know, and like and subscribe to the channel.
But that's it. We'll see you
on the next step.